Yeah, so I'm really not sure Blackbeard is actually evil. Now, he's definitely done evil things, don't get me wrong, and he's 100% willing to, and he is certainly a top antagonist in the One Piece story, but he's not like your other typical evil villains like Frieza, like Madara, or your all-intelligent villains like Sosuke Aizen or Light Yagami. Now, there's definitely a few instances that shine a light on Blackbeard's possible thinking, or what he even feels about himself, and possible future goals, because we really don't have much on that. Now, the one that I think that gets overlooked the most is the Whitebeard versus Blackbeard confrontation at Marineford. Yeah, this is the ultra famous meme scene.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
Can we get much higher? So high.
But just a moment before that, Whitebeard says something to Blackbeard that brings out a side of him that usually goes unseen. Whitebeard says to Blackbeard that he is not the man Roger has been waiting for. The wording is definitely different across anime and manga translations, all that, but the one thing that remains the same is the look on Blackbeard's face is that of confusion. He's not even angry, he doesn't even yell back, he just almost looks upset. Now, I feel like at this point a truly evil villain would start to show off that cocky bravado and say he's gonna kill the old fool where he stands for his words, stuff like that. But honestly, Blackbeard is just more shaken than anything else. It just gives off this vibe that Blackbeard almost never considered that the way he was going about things or what he was doing was actually wrong, or that his ideology wasn't one that people should have. Blackbeard first meets Luffy way back in the East Blue. He rambles about how dreams of pirates, and in some translations it's the dreams of people, will never end, and what he says is far from evil. Honestly, it's low-key motivating as hell. Now, Luffy and Zoro just straight up listen, and they say nothing, but it's almost as if they can inherently tell that something is just way off about Blackbeard. Seems like they almost have this deep intuition that Blackbeard, although speaks of freedom for people to aim high in their dreams and ambitions, is that he will do very heinously wrong things and just trample over others to achieve his so-called dreams. While Luffy's chaotic nature seems to do the exact opposite and sets people free while he's along his journey to achieve his so-called great dream. So to round it all up, Blackbeard doesn't really seem to be evil to me because he's evil, but because he's just ludicrously selfish. Kinda like Walter White from Breaking Bad. He's a man with high ambitions who hides behind some very righteous concepts while stomping on anything that gets in the way of said ambitions or goals. I kinda do feel like we need to see a little bit more of the story to really place his morals in a definitive category. Like your typical other shonen villains, we just don't know if Blackbeard is the type of villain who wants to have control over everything and the world under his one great rule. We do know he's just a man who has deep ambitions and will do whatever he feels necessary to achieve those said ambitions. We honestly just had to wait to see what the dreams of a man who never sleeps really look like.